the nonsense that was being done at the palace of the Ooni of Ife, over some discontrol elements who parade themselves as the chief, on emissary from the great Oba of the Benin Kingdom, Omonombalendo Ukuwa Oba Eware, the second, the Ogidigan, the Great. I became a little bit worried, knowing fully well that very particular visit was not orchestrated by the palace, or was not authorized by the palace of the Oba of Benin. And I quickly spoke to some of my friends, like Amuwia Izoduwa, the Benin historian, to ask if he can be able to give a clarification on who actually gave such an order, because the entire story that was being told in that very particular ceremony was disjointed, and all was fallacies and lies. And at the end of yesterday, I got a communique from the palace of the Oba Benin, disassociated themselves from this very particular event, that these six chiefs who paraded themselves as chief and being sent by the palace of the Oba Benin were suspended. And while we're on that, also I saw another poster that shows the face of our brother MC Casino and Sir Peter the Rock, and I also told them that that very particular event they should attend. And I was so amazed that they came up immediately to disassociate themselves from this very particular event. And that also shows how Edo, how Benin they are, in all they do. I want to appreciate them first and say thank you guys for standing by the palace. Thank you guys for standing by the kingdom of Benin, because we are proud to be a Benin, no matter who we are, no matter the religion that we confess, but we are Benin by blood. I want to appreciate you guys for that very wonderful decision you took. I know it would have cost you a lot of money, because I know for you to be in such an event you would have been paid a lot of money in millions, but you decided to choose your people first. You decided to choose your kingdom first before any other one. Will say thank you guys. And I want to make you guys understand one thing. We the Benin's are proud of you guys, and we will reciprocate in due time. Okay, then having said that, let's dive in quickly. Now this is the issue here, guys. I know, and I'm going to say it very clearly, that very particular event was politically motivated. One of the people that was in that very particular palace of the Ooni is one Ambassador Matthew Uwaifo Beke. Is the junior brother to late Sir Victor Uwaifo of blessed memory, and is a strong member or supporter of the Governor Obaseki administration right from 2020, when all of us, including myself, campaigned for the return of Governor Inora Obaseki. And from there, he left Kenya, where he was based, and he came to Nigeria. And from the time he was in Nigeria, he had been a part and parcel of one committee or the other under the Governor Obaseki administration. Okay, guys? Now, in that very particular meeting, I saw him there, and that was the first thing that caught my attention. Okay, and I want to say something here. The Ooni of Ife is a priest. I've said it before. He's a priest. He is not a king. So when we are talking about the children of Oduduwa, the Ooni of Ife is not a child of Oduduwa. It's not a biological child of Oduduwa. We must get this story very clear. We are not here to insult the person. We are not here to insult the character of the Ooni. We are only here to make a very valid point. Now, during the time of the Oduduwa dynasty, they went into war. A woman was captured as a slave who was supposed to be sacrificed. But in those days, it is a taboo for a pregnant woman to be killed after they discovered that she was pregnant. Then the king, who is a Kaladera, Izoduwa or Oduduwa, decided not to kill the woman and allow her to give birth to the child. These are histories you can fact check anywhere. Now, the moment the child was born, Oduduwa had to train the child in the royal way. He became an adopted child of the palace. And when he grew up, Oduduwa had to make him to be the custodian, the priest of the deity. That is what the Ooni is, nothing more than that. In the first place, the Oba of Benin and the entire Benin royal household had no link to the Ooni of Ife, either by blood or by royalty. That should be made clear. The types of Alaafin of Oyo and others should be the one that our great king should be associating with in terms of royalty. Having said that, in his presence, during the coronation of the Oba of Benin in 2016, in the presence of the Ooni of Ife, our royal monarch made it very clear the link between the royal household of the Benin Kingdom and that of the Yoruba people. And he said, we are the descendant of Oromia, being the 40th Oba of the Benin Kingdom. Oromia is a child of Oduduwa, whom the Benin people known and addressed as a Kaladera, who went on exile into a strange land. The Ooni of Ife was seated. The Oba of Lagos was seated. The Alaafin of Oyo was seated. And many other kings from the west were all seated in that coronation event where His Royal Majesty makes such a remark. The Ooni of Ife at any point in time never argued with the story of the great king. Now, when people comes into your palace and begin to tell you stories that was not even, making sense, it would have been in his interest to immediately halt such a story and allow the truth to prevail. But rather, he gave them the audience and made, them to say things which was not true. And people want us to believe that it was not a cooked up story, by some element within the government, approved by the Ooni of Ife. Come on, guys. We the Benins have never in one day disassociated ourselves from Oduduwa. We have never. We've always remained steadfast that we are part and parcel of the Oduduwa dynasty. But the difference is we are saying the Oduduwa belongs or is a son of the Benin Kingdom, which is known as a Kaladera, the one and only son of the last Ogiso of the Benin Kingdom, known as Ogiso Ewedo. Now, having said this, guys, let's move a little bit further. What was the reason for such a visit in a political dispensation like this? What was the reason of the people sending emissaries to the Ooni of Ife in a time like this? Why will the Benin people decide to go and start talking and start trying to explain an history that is already documented? and put to rest in a time as this. That shows there is a political undertone to it. Guys, the truth of the matter is this. I, Humanist Steven, am first loyal to God, to the Oba of Benin, before the government. Government has the power, yeah, but the throne is ancient and it remains forever. Soldier go, soldier come, maximum 8 years. But the Oba of Benin can rule as long as 40, 50 years on the throne. We the Benin, we don't play with the palace. We the Benin, we don't play with whoever that sits on the throne. This has shown to all over the world that the Benin people are so much in love with their palace and are so much in love with their king. Yeah, we're going to have few, discoded elements within the Benin kingdom to who wants to find a way to make money from the political class. But the true son of the Benin people, like me, will always stand behind the palace, come rain, come sun. To this man, Matthew, Wifo, I hope you've paid the over $10,000 you took from my friend. I hope the farm at Iwu, you duped them off. You started a pig farm. Because I will give you only tomorrow. I will bring these people to live video and you will tell them how you've duped them of their hard-earned money. I brought you to my show in 2020. I never knew you were such a man who can sell, betray the kingdom for peanuts. When did you become a chief in the palace of the Oba Benin? When did you become a functionary and mistress of the kingdom? It's so disheartening that a man that I so much trusted and loved, and so much respected based on your intellectual capability, will stoop so low to sell out your people for a peanuts. We are still doing much investigation anyways, and we are believing strongly the truth will be heard very soon. Let me make this very clear and bold. If this has any political undertone, either from the APC or the PDP or the Labour Party, whoever it may be, guys, this election goes sweet. You people know me. I don't miss words. Whoever that is involved in whatsoever way should get ready, because we will come after you. Politically, you have a lot of the Benin people to contend with. This is gospel truth. For me, I have nothing to lose anyways, anymore. I'm really angry right now. I'm really trying to be very careful. I don't want to just blow off. Let me end here. I will give time for these people to come out and explain to us how they managed to get to the Ooni of Ife, and how they went on to use the name of the king to play their pranks or comic videos, which we know the Ooni of Ife for. We want to know. We are still believing that these men did whatever they did in their own accord. But if it has anything to do with this electionary period or to do with the way and manner they are trying to bring down the palace. Some of you will not like the Benin people on this social media space. We are watching. Once again, I will say thank you, MC Casino. Thank you, Sir Peter The Rock, for your Edoship and for the respect and regard you have for the palace. God bless you guys. Obaga Tokbe is see you later in the day. Bye for now.